Heimlich maneuver on a conscious choking adult. So you enter the scene and you see that they're choking. You're going to encourage them, come on, you can do it, cough harder, you can do it, get it out. Okay, for like 20 seconds. If that's not working, plant your foot in between the patient. You're going to deliver 5, bend them over with your arm across, deliver 5 back blows that are pretty strong, so try and force the object out. Next, you're going to go to the Heimlich maneuver. So go just below their sternum, place your fist like this, your other hand over, and deliver 5 abdominal thrusts, just like that. And then if that's not working, you're gonna keep doing it. Keep alternating between the 5 back blows and 5 abdominal thrusts. And then keep doing that until the patient either goes unconscious or the object comes out. And make sure you call 911 if it's not working.
Always check scene safety and take BSI precautions. If you come across an unconscious choking adult and they are not breathing, give 2 rescue breaths while performing the head tilt chin lift. If they do not go in, assume you didn't open the airway correctly and try again. Retilt the head and give 2 more breaths. If the breaths still don't go in, assume the airway is obstructed. Start 30 chest compressions. Kneel down next to the victim's side next to their chest. Place the heel of one hand on the center of the chest and the other on top, placing your fingers together. Position the shoulders over hands, elbows straight, and fingers off the chest. Press down 1.5 to 2 inches. After 30 chest compressions, perform head tilt chin lift and check for object. If you don't see the object, perform 2 rescue breaths. If the first breath doesn't go in, reposition the head and try again. If you see it, do a finger sweep with your index finger. After the breath goes in, check for pulse for no more than 10 seconds. If there is a pulse but no breathing, continue rescue breaths 1 breath every 5 seconds for 2 minutes. Reassess after 2 minutes.
Has it been 2 minutes?
Just do it. If pulse is gone, go into full CPR.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Always check for scene safety and take BSI precautions.
Okay, our scene is safe.
Check for level of consciousness with the tap and shout method.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Look, listen, and feel for pulse and breathing. Send someone specific to call 911 if there are no signs of breathing.
Can you go call 911?
Assess pulse for no longer than 10 seconds. Rescuer number 1 performs 30 chest compressions 1.5 to 2 inches deep while counting out loud.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
To minimize the effects of fatigue and to ensure good chest compressions, rescuers should change positions after every set of 5 cycles or every 2 minutes. When rescuer number 1 is ready to switch, rescuer number 1 calls switch at the beginning of the next round of compressions.
Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4.
At the end of 30 compressions, rescuer number 2 will complete 2 breaths, then quickly change positions.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Look, listen, and feel to reassess pulse and breathing after 2 minutes.
Okay, go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Always check scene safety and take BSI precautions. In a lunge position, place infant on forearm in a face-down position using the peace sign, keeping the nose and mouth clear. The infant's head should be lower than their chest. Press your forearm into the thigh for support. Using the heel of hand, give 5 back blows between the shoulder blades. With hand that is giving back blows, support the head and neck. Flip the infant over into a face-up position. Switch your lunge stance. Use thigh as support again. Use 2 fingers to perform 5 chest thrusts, alternating between 5 back blows and 5 chest thrusts until object is dislodged or infant becomes unconscious. Always check scene safety and take BSI precautions. Check pulse, motor, and sensory reflexes. Stabilize the joint or structure above and below the injury. Choose the appropriate size splint. The head person will give instruction where to stabilize and when to lift the arm. Secure the splint distal to proximal while leaving the fingertips exposed. While splinting, maintain manual stabilization. Suction the splint to form to the arm. After you have suctioned the splint, retighten the splint distal to proximal and remove manual stabilization as each strip is tightened. Reassess pulse, motor, and sensory reflexes. Always check scene safety and take BSI precautions. Check pulse, motor, and sensory reflexes. Stabilize the joint or structure above and below the injury. Choose the appropriate size splint. The head person will give instruction where to stabilize and when to lift the leg. Secure the splint distal to proximal while leaving the toes exposed. Maintain manual stabilization. Suction the splint to form to the leg. Retighten the splint distal to proximal and remove manual stabilization as each strip is tightened. Reassess pulse, motor, and sensory reflexes.